What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Tyler. You also know me as the Geode Cracker and Collector. And today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to clean your stones using iron out. So we're just going to jump right into this. All right, so this is the stuff we are talking about right here. Now in the States, it is known as iron out. Now outside of the United States, I believe it is known as super iron out, at least up in Canada. So today we're going to be using the powder, and I'm going to show you guys two methods. We're going to do a little side-by-side comparison of two different ways you can use this iron out to clean your stones. All right, so here we are. Like I said, we are going to be using this iron out. We're going to be testing out two different methods today of ways to mix and use this to clean your stones. One method is going to use this container. We're just going to add some hot water, our iron out, and then our stones, and we're going to let that sit. And this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add the water, add the iron out, add our stones, but this one is going to stay on constant heat. So we're going to put these both to the test today. You guys can determine which one you prefer, but I'm going to teach you how to do it along the way. All right, so I'm going to show you guys the ratio that I use for iron out to water. Now normally when I do a batch of iron out to clean stones, I do 1 gallon. So I normally do 1 gallon and 1/4 cup of iron out. Obviously we're not going to do a whole gallon, so 1 gallon is 16 cups of water. So we're going to divide that by 4, and it's going to give us 4. So we've got 4 cups of water, and then 1/4 cup, if you didn't know, is 4 tablespoons. So we just need 1 tablespoon per 4 cups. So that's what we're getting at. So that's the magic number: 1 tablespoon of iron out per 4 cups of hot water. So we are going to get this hot water in here first. We have another 4 cups that we're going to add into this side over here. All right, now a quick little PSA about iron out before we start scooping it and getting it into the water. Now this does have a pretty nasty fume that emits from it. It's definitely not something you want to just openly breathe in, so I do suggest having some sort of facial covering. This stuff I don't particularly use gloves. You can use gloves, just some regular latex gloves. It can irritate your skin. It doesn't bother mine when it comes into contact with it, so I'm not concerned about it, but always want to be safe. Now when I get the iron out of here, I like to have a container to pour into, and then I scoop out of that. So we're just going to pour right into there. That's plenty. You can see it's already got some dust coming out of it, so I like to try and keep that closed as much as possible. Nobody needs to breathe that stuff in. And like I said, we're just going to take, you can do a nice rounded tablespoon. A little extra isn't going to be harmful, but you do not want to oversaturate your iron out, or you can end up leaving black stains on your stones. Very, very important. Now, I'm just going to give that a little mixy mix. And it should dissolve completely in the water. You'll have a little bit of, like, the bigger chunks that'll hang out. Those will go away eventually. All right, now we're all set to go and grab some stones. All right. Well, I think we have the chosen geodes. We've got 4 geodes, so we can get one of each of the halves in both of the containers, and we can really put this to the test. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take 1, and now if we do need to add more, that's fine, we can add more, but remember this water is going to get displaced as we set things inside. So 2, 3, and 4. All right, so this one we're going to end up adding some more hot water, and we will add some more iron out as well. But you can see already we've got a reaction going on. So let's get these other stones into this pot, which we'll also have to add some more water to. So, all right, so we've got the batch adjusted. So I still use the same ratio. So this ended up being 8 cups of hot water, which is a half gallon. So we ended up doing 1/8 cup of iron out, which is 2 tablespoons. So that one's ready to go. This one is almost ready to go. We are just gonna get that fire going and get it down as low as it can go. And these ones are ready. I'm not too concerned about this little bit on the end of the exterior of the geode exposed, as long as the surface of the crystals you actually want to get cleaned are submerged, you'll be okay. So these I'm gonna let go for we'll give them 1 hour, and then we are going to come back out and we will check on them. We'll give them another hour if we have to. So I will see you guys very soon. All right, so it has been about an hour and a half. I apologize, there's somebody mowing their lawn, but I want to get these things checked out. This is obviously the batch where we did not have anything extra going on. We just kind of mixed it and set it, but these things are looking pretty darn clean to me. Let's check out the other side, where you can see it's still bubbling, still got some heat. I'm gonna turn that off, but they're looking pretty clean over here as well. All right, I'm gonna grab some tongs to get these out of there, because I don't want to burn my fingers or anything, because the stones will heat up if you utilize this method. Because you got to think, the water will only get so hot, but this stone is sitting directly on the pot, which is directly underneath the heat. So always want to use some tongs to get the things out if you can. All right, so everything has had a chance to dry off. So the ones on the left side are the ones that did not stay on the heat source. The ones on the right did stay on the heat source. So we can get a little side-by-side comparison. Now, if you ask me, I would say that the ones that stayed on the heat source are a little bit cleaner, a little bit brighter, really, really obvious in this pair right here. I mean, compared to what they looked like in the beginning, there's quite a bit of difference in all of them. So either method you decide to try, you're not going to be disappointed. If you do go the route where you don't use a heat source, maybe let them soak for a while longer, and then it'll just get a chance to do a little bit more work. But I hope that you have found this video helpful. I hope it was easy to understand. I tried to make it as short as possible, but before you go, I am going to have some side-by-side comparison photos here. Enjoy.